Okay. So, Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining. Dandat Pranam for all of you, and a special welcome to our guest today, His Grace Sachidanaya Prabhu. Sachidanaya Prabhu, are you there? Can we start?
Yes, Prabhu. Sorry.
Okay. So, this Bhagavatam group started maybe a few months before, maybe
Okay.
I think 5, 6 months or maybe more. We started doing once a week, then twice a week, now 4 days a week.
Oh,
So
very good.
now Janmashtami coming up, then we thought let's hear from different Vaishnavas, different senior devotees, different pastime of Krishna. So also many all of us know the pastimes, but important is to understand the mood of Krishna's Janmashtami celebration, in what mood we should celebrate, and each pastime there is a lesson learned. So and we could hear from different devotees. That is the purpose. So today we have His Grace Sachidanaya Prabhu, one of the senior devotee, plus very enthusiastic personality. We had seen in Nagar Sankirtan, Narar Nagar, how enthusiastically there. So over to you, Prabhu. Please enlighten us today. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the opportunity to glorify devotees and the Lord, Supreme Lord Prabhu. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swa Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Kamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Harijana Saitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Nitamischa हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिकांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्। Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for giving the opportunity for glorifying the Supreme Lord and the devotees. So, can I start, Prabhu? So what is our...
Yes, Prabhuji, you can start.
What is our goal and purpose of life? Our goal and purpose of life is to always chant and glorify the Supreme Lord, and be happy and find ourselves always attached to the Supreme Lord. So it is said, Janma karma cha me divyam yevam yo veti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma neti mam yeti so Arjuna. So one who knows the glories and my birth and the glories, pastimes, the glories of the pastimes, they are, they don't have any, they don't have to take birth again. So similarly, in another place also in Bhagavatam, it is mentioned, Anya Pratarthakarana Nishi Nishayana Nana Manurtadiya Kshanabhagna Nidra Devi Hirtat Rachana Rishiopi Deva Yushmat Prasanga Vimukha Iha Sansaranti. Means even if somebody is a big demigod, he's a lord of, he's having some big position, not that of a position like in this material, in this small world, say in a small country, or even if he's holding a big position in America also, he is very small compared to the position that are held by big demigods like Indra and all. They control the entire material world. For them also, if they are not interested in the Yushmat Prasanga means Katha. Yushmat Prasanga. Yushmat Prasanga means Lord's Katha. Yushmat Prasanga Vimukha. Vimukha means one who has turned their face away. Vimukha. I don't care for you. That is Vimukha. Yushmat Prasanga Vimukha Iha Sansaranti means they again take birth in this world. Okay. And what are they involved in? These big people. These big people are involved in planning, trying to make big projects. Anya Pruthartha Karana Nishi Nishayana. That means come morning, come sun, all their mind starts. They start working very hard. They start thinking in various different ways. How much our mind is there, that much in that much way people think. They think what I can do, what some new thing can I bring, new thing, how I can introduce something, how I can exploit. So everybody's mind works in different ways. So that um, they can exploit, they can make some money, they can capture some power and then enjoy. And then they can enjoy some power and ultimately they can do some sense enjoyment. Sense enjoyment, for somebody it is money, for somebody it is women, so for somebody it is power. So in different ways they want to do that sense enjoyment. So Anya Prathartha Karana Nishinishayana Nana Manoratha Dhiya. So different thoughts. Manoratha Dhiya. So using their Kalpana Shakti, thinking capacity, they do lots of plans. But what happens? Because of that, insomnia. Kshanabhagna Nidra. Kshanabhagna Nidra.
Prabhuji, you are muted, Prabhu. Satchidana Prabhu.
Sorry, Prabhu. A little noisy I was. Okay. So, Kshanabhagna Nidra. What happens? Because of that insomnia. They are not getting sleep. You know? So they are not getting sleep. And then, who are those people? These are these people who are holding high positions, who are the maintainers of these big material, universes. Those people also, if they are holding such position and are not interested in Katha, then they have to take birth again and again. So that is the glory of Krishna Katha. All one need to do is that just go on hearing the glories of the Lord and live a peaceful life. That is what is needed. Especially in Kali Yuga, one should go on listening to the glories of the Lord, Katha. So similarly, Dharma Swanishtita Pumsam Vishwaksenu Kathasuyah Na Utpadiyat Yadiritim Shamayeva Kevalam. If somebody is engaged in all sorts of activities and he's adept at doing his dharma to the best possible way, like he can he's expert, he got all his family this thing sorted out, he himself was in a very good position, his family, he settled everything rightly, and he did all the duty pakka as a grihastha or whatever. Okay, but he failed to, in the process, that activity itself did not lead him, this his expertise in maintaining his family in this world eventually should have led him to the understanding of the glories of the Supreme Lord, but it did not lead. Okay, in which case his life has been a waste, or Shramayeva Kevalam. Only he has put lot of efforts, but result is nothing. He again has to take birth. So that is a problem. What should happen? It should lead to Rati. Rati means attachment to the Supreme Lord. If that doesn't happen, it is lost. See, everyone is actually attached to the Supreme Lord. That is why, because see, when naturally, if there is a friend or if there is a family, uh, whom we have not seen before. So, like for example, husband might not have seen the wife before, wife might not have seen the husband before. Friends, they might not have been friends for last so many years, but now they have become friends. So when they come in proximity, they know each other, and they develop some kind of love, they camaraderie, friendship. This develops naturally. But why it has not developed with the Lord? If we say no, I'm not seeing the Lord, how will it develop? That is wrong, because the Lord has always been associated with us, and we have not been we are not aware of it. So that is what is called as delusion. We don't know our actual position with the Lord, but we take everything else as very close to us. That is because that delusion is there. We have been associated with the Lord for time immemorial, but we have always faced towards the material side instead of the Lord side. Okay, because of that, we have not developed, we have not understood the underlying love for the Supreme Lord. Once when we get in association with the Supreme Lord and devotees, then slowly this delusion is shattered and we recognize that is what is Swarupa. That is what is, when we understand our position with the Lord, it is called Swarupa. Okay, coming to this Govardhan Leela, which we would like to I would like to explain. And the pastimes of Govardhan Leela are very interesting in many ways. Of course, Krishna does so many pastimes in various different ways. With Brahmaji, he did Brahma Vimohan Leela, and Brahmaji was very confused. Is this the Supreme Lord? Like that he was thinking. He thought he is the appointed person, member to control this universe. But then, how come the small boy is able to deceive me? When he realized that he got deceived by the small boy, then he was that is called Brahma Vimohana. That is called Vimohana. So in this case, Indra got bewildered. It is not necessary. How Indra got bewildered? Indra was thinking that he is the actual provider of the rain to everyone. So, but actually, what happens? They are all demigods. They are all demigods. That is, like for example, if there is a government office, if there is a government office, there is a person sitting on the window. You go to give electricity bill. When you go to give electricity bill, it is not that the CEO of that of the CEO of the electrical department or minister of that electrical, the power portfolio is sitting and collecting the bill, right? It is in the window, there is one cashier who will sit there and collect it. Similarly, they're all appointed agents of the Supreme Lord to take care of certain departments. For example, providing rain to a train is the department of Indra. But what happened? He got deluded. What he thought, he is the actual in charge of all the rain itself. So, and he also disobeyed his spiritual master. So, because of which, Krishna wanted to teach him the lesson. So, to do that, when Nanda Maharaj and the entire village, they wanted to offer yajna, oblations to Indra. And why were they doing? They were doing as a part of their their every year, they do it. It is a ritual they do every year. As a ritual they were doing it. So Indra is also accepting that, thinking that he is the actual giver of it. But actually, for everything that has to be given by the demigod, Lord's approval has to be there. So Krishna explains a lot of things in this. So Krishna, when Nanda Maharaj is telling we have to do this yajna, but Krishna is telling, why is there is no need of doing this, because Indra is not giving it because it is not in Indra's hands to give it. It is because the jivas are doing their karma, they are obliged. Indra is obliged to give that. So this kind of argument, when somebody does a karma, there has to be a result given by the demigod. Of course, that is the law, and also Lord also sanctions it. But if you see, there is a sanctioning authority, the Lord, who has to sanction it. We cannot take that for granted. Okay, so but the argument that Krishna was wantedly putting forth in front of Nanda Maharaj is that of karma mimamsa. That means if one does karma, the results has to be given. Okay, no matter what. This is they in this kind of argument, they leave out the mercy of the Lord. The sanctioning authorities power they leave out. They say it has to be given. That is not correct. Krishna was putting for this argument just for the argument's sake. Okay, Nanda Maharaj was right. They were telling, no, Lord's will, Lord's sanctioning authorities will should be there. Then only one can get the mercy. One can get the rain. They were arguing, but still they were offering these oblations to Indra as a ritual. But Krishna wantedly diverted them and said he was arguing about karma mimamsa. That way, he convinced everyone, convinced the entire village that it is not needed that we have to obey, do any special yajna for Indra. It is anyway, it is our right to get this rain. So let's not this year do any kind of yajna to Indra, and rather we will divert all this to Govardhan. So why? Because Govardhan is giving us everything. Govardhan is giving us grass. Govardhan is, because of eating the grass, cows' udders are full. They are giving full of milk. We also get lot of things, wood. So many things we get from Govardhan. Let us divert all our focus on Govardhan and let us worship Govardhan. So this way, Krishna is proving it's also a lesson. See, it is also a lesson to it. But this doesn't mean that we should always we should not pay respects to the demigods. It is not like that. But we have to pay respects. But at the same time, when we were Krishna is telling it is not needed. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is telling it is not needed. So though we respect, we completely surrender to Krishna and partake in devotional service completely. So now after directing all the efforts, all the directing the yajna and the satisfying the efforts to Govardhan, Indra was very disturbed by this, because his position, he got annoyed because his position was not respected. He thought, how come this one small boy can lead all these people, devotee of Vrindavan, to go and worship a small mound of earth, which is Govardhan. So he got, so this is what is delusion. He was really thinking he is a lord of rains. So that is what is not correct. And why all this happened is he actually disrespected his spiritual master. When someone disrespects his own spiritual master, what happens is one is put into this kind of delusion. When one is put into this kind of delusion, then everything goes wrong. So it is said, Annad bhavati bhutani parjanyat anna sambhavaha yagyat bhavati parjanyo yagya karma samudbhava. So everything that we get, the life sustenance of life, is through this cycle. What cycle? Annad bhavati, so yagya from parjanya, rain, from rain, the anna se, then jiva. So this is a cycle. One more shloka is there after this. This completes the entire cycle. But in the entire process, in the cycle, in between is the Supreme Lord. Into context, if you see, we are not doing that. We are not completing this cycle by not doing the yajna. We are not doing yajna. Yajna, when we do yajna? When we worship the Supreme Lord, chant His names. When yajna that is prescribed for this Kali Yuga is Sankirtan yajna. When somebody is not knowing this and somebody is not performing that and is only satisfying himself, this cycle is not fulfilled, and hence there is no Parjanya, no Anna, no Jiva. So, as far as current situation is concerned, it is only because of few devotees or few saintly people who are doing this, others are getting benefited. So that is the importance of yajna. So now, yes, now all this. So Krishna directed everyone to walk to Govardhan. Govardhan is about maybe 20 kilometers from Vrindavan. So they all dance with with fervor. They all go take all the paraphernalia along with them. They worship the Govardhan, and Krishna in the form of Govardhan accepts all their offerings, and he even eats them, and he in fact demands for more. So he was telling, or bring more, Anyo. So like that there is a village today called as Aniyor village, because this happened in that village, in that area. It was supplied from that village, so that village is called Aniyor. So that Govardhan is asking for more and more bhoga. So Krishna accepts them, and Krishna tells one has to worship Govardhan like one worships Krishna himself. So that is the importance of Govardhan. After all that, then Indra got wild, and he started inundating the entire Vrindavan. He was so delusioned that he was ready to inundate the entire Vrindavan, which is so dear to Krishna. So which is wrong. Even otherwise also he was ready to kill so many people out of this delusion. So ध्यायतो विषयां पुंसः संगस्तेषु विजायते संगात् संजायते कामः कामात् क्रोधो विजायते. ऐसे ध्यायतो विषयां पुंसः संगस्तेषु विजायते. When one attaches himself with material stuff, material things, ध्यायतो विषयां पुंसः संगस्तेषु विजायते, that association is created when we only contemplates on that. See, we have free will. Either you contemplate on the material thing or you contemplate on the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. Mind is mind, right? We think. Always we have to think. We have to think something or the other. So that something or the other is either spiritual or it is material. Okay. So more we practice to think about the Lord, contemplate in some way. You take one shloka and contemplate on that, or contemplate on the pastimes of the Lord, or contemplate or do some maniman, internally you can do kirtan, try to sing it within the heart itself, without having to speak out every time. So all this kind of contemplation can be done, either spiritual contemplation can be done or material contemplation can be done. So this contemplation is called as dhyayato. Dhyayato vishayam pumsaha. Pumsaha means people. Dhyayato vishayam pumsaha sangasteshu vijayate. That attachment happens. Sangat sanjayate kamaha. When sangha happens, then there is a lust. He wants that. Sangha sanjayate kamaha. When he doesn't get it, or when he doesn't get it, he gets into this kind of trouble. So then kamat krodho vijayate. Then anger comes. Then when anger comes, then what happens? Krodhat bhavati sammoha smriti vibramaha. When because of anger, sammoha, delusion starts. Then they forget what is my position, whether I can do this or not do this. Then they fall. Krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammoha smriti vibhramaha. In the material, memory is lost. Smriti brahmasat buddhinasho, buddhinashat pranashyati. Then one slowly falls down. So that way, Indra was actually inundating entire Vrindavan, and that too with big water droplets. We cannot say droplets. They were as big as column of a pillar of a building. So it is told that way. So that way he was inundating, and Krishna, as usual, he will never fail to protect his dear ones, those who are uh, the Vrindavan Vasis. He will never fail to protect. So Krishna protects them by lifting the Govardhan hill, and all of them go beneath the Govardhan hill, and uh, um, Indra comes to know about the position of Krishna at the time. Then he comes begging for forgiveness, and Krishna, however, he knew that he wanted to teach a lesson. So, but however, Indra is actually a he's a devotee of the Lord, but this delusion can happen with anyone. So, but especially when some are too opulent, even in the case of Nala Kubera and Manigriva, Narad Muni contemplates. Narad Muni says, for those who are very very opulent, this delusion is quite possible. So they have to be very careful. So to engage their opulence in Krishna service very carefully is very very important. Narad Muni also contemplates there in that case. He also goes to the extent of Narad Muni contemplates to the extent that one who is highly educated, one who is looking very beautiful, or one who is very strong, out of all this category, the most dangerous category is one who is very opulent, because he mixes with too many materially minded people. So that is why he contemplates that it is very highly dangerous to it is very risky with very too opulent people. And same, so even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not want to go and meet Pratap Rudra for so many days, and after so many devotees convincing, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya convincing, Ramanand Rai convincing, all of them went and convinced. They made King sweep so that he gets the attention of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And of course, not extraneously, King was really very humble. That is why he could actually sweep the road and in front of Jagannath Rath Yatra and could get the attention of Mahaprabhu. Then he sends his son, and then slowly at appropriate moment he also presents himself and reads the Gopi Geet in front of Mahaprabhu, because of which Mahaprabhu also was very happy. Thou knowing that he is a king, he showered his mercy. The point is, the opulent nature of somebody is a very one has to deal very carefully. So Indra was in such a opulent position, and Krishna knew that he has temporarily fallen, not permanently, or he is not doing it wantedly. So he forgave. So after that, Indra does Abhishek of of the lotus feet of Krishna with the Surabhi cow, and that Abhishek, where he did to the lotus feet of Krishna, there is a pond called as Govinda Kund in Vrindavan. So if you go there, definitely you can get to see Govinda Kund and take a dip also. So this is a Leela of Govardhan Leela. So there are lots of points. This is not, this is only in a short I have told. There are lot many things to contemplate. We can read Prabhupada's books again and again to understand, why, Krishna selected Govardhan Hill only for worship. And why he was arguing Karma Mimamsa with Nanda Maharaj. All that we can contemplate. So this way we can understand the Siddhanta. When we contemplate, when we read Prabhupada's books again and again, these Siddhantas will become clear. And one devotee should focus on understanding the Siddhanta thoroughly, that is told. Siddhanta boliye chitte na karo alas, it is told. So Siddhanta, to understand Siddhanta, one should spend more and more time, read and clarify. Until it is not clarified, one should spend time on this. So it is 9:33. I think I will stop here. So Grantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Prabhuji,
Srila
for
ki.
that,
Yes.
before we end, any questions? Any devotees got any questions? Maybe you can ask them to answer. Anyone got any questions? Please unmute yourself and ask.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I have a one doubt on that Govardhan Hills. You were telling about devotees was offering boga to Krishna or Govardhan Hills, but I heard that Krishna was not eating anything until 7 days of Govardhan Hills. Later on, Mother Yashoda served 56 pachan boga for that, or for Krishna.
Correct, Mataji. Krishna was
Yeah.
receiving the offering as Govardhan Hill only. Yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Anyone
Yes.
else?
Hare Krishna.
Any other questions, comments? Comments also okay. Please unmute yourself. Generally, I'll call out the
Yes.
name, so please don't wait for the call out. Please go ahead. No? Okay, Prabhuji, just a question. So Janmashtami coming up. So from the Govardhan Leela, what I can learn or what I should practice from my practice point of view in Janmashtami point of view? Any point you want to share?
What you should follow?
Yeah, from the Janmashtami coming up in Janmashtami celebration point of view, from Govardhan Leela, what is that I can imbibe in my life?
Okay, I will tell probably what I can try to do. I don't know what, maybe something if strikes, I will definitely tell.
Sure.
Yeah, yes, we can understand one thing. Krishna's real position. We can very well understand. See, because Indra and in one day of Brahma, this is what I was contemplating. When one day of Brahma, one Kalpa, there are 71 Manus. Sorry, 14 Manus. 14 Manus. And this is just one day of Brahma. Okay, similarly, after that Pralaya is over, then again Indra, Manu, everyone is created again and again. Again and again. So like that, this goes on. And with every birth of one universe, Brahma is created. So like that, it is infinite. Lord is completely infinite, and that is the position of the Supreme Lord when compared to the demigods. So sometimes you may think, when Krishna, when reading Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is not in support of worshipping demigods like that. So we can see his actual position. So then we can understand, what it is. And practically, see, under the guidance of Nanda Maharaj, everyone celebrates, together at the festival. So that cooperation with each other is very important. And then by cooperating, it will be fun. And yes, so that is one thing that we can follow.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, other devotees, maybe I'll go with alphabetic order. Asha Mataji, any quick comments, questions?
No questions, Prabhuji, but one thing I understood that Krishna is there in everybody, but we usually take our direction to the material things rather than to the spiritual thing. I think so. We should always get into the side of the spirituality and to the Krishna side more than the materialistic side, because he's there with everyone, but then we forget to remember him as what usually is happening. So I should remember him all the time rather than remembering only about the material things.
Actually, Prabhu, I am supposed to answer or you will
No,
answer?
no, she's just sharing her realization.
Okay, Prabhu.
Yeah. I mean,
Hare
that's
Krishna,
our
Prabhuji.
practice.
Okay.
It's Archana Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. No, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Kushi Mataji. Anything want to say? Any comments? Realization?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, go ahead. Yes, Mataji. Anything want to say? No? Okay. Mariappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Wonderful class. Thank you for the wonderful class. I could understand so many things you have highlighted as a take-home message. There are a lot of lessons, but one impressive thing for me at this point of time is lesson respect demigods, but not necessarily to exclusively perform worship every demigod for every benefit. In fact, Lord has this way made it practicable for all living beings, I feel, because 33,000 crores of demigods are there, and practically it is not possible for every human being to perform or worship and perform yajnas or any this thing, detail this thing. So that way, if I worship Lord Krishna as the Supreme Lord, and all demigods also will be satisfied. And whenever I happen to worship the demigods, I must ask for give me Krishna Bhakti, Krishna devotional services. That much I have understood. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Ramesh Krishna Prabhu. Anything?
Oh, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Sridev
For class.
Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Voice is breaking.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Mataji, go ahead.
Govardhan Leela, Vrindavan, everything, even a pebble, tree, people, everything is transcendental. People have taken birth there. They have, because of their various pious activities, they are born there. Everything, Krishna has
Okay. Yeah, Sumit Prabhu, anything wanted to add, Prabhu?
Nothing else, Prabhu. So yeah, we have to see the demigods in relationship with Krishna. So not as separate independent entities. So they are the like the what do you say, the associates of the Lord, the servant of the Lord. So in that respect, we have to give respect to them, because demigods are also like very high position entities, highly qualified entities. So we have to give them proper respect, but we have to understand that they are also the servants of Krishna, and in that respect, we need to see them. So yeah, that's it, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhu. Shruti Mataji, anything?
Nothing, Prabhu. The class was very interesting. Hare Krishna.
Samapti Mataji.
No Prabhu. Thank you.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Varsha Mataji.
No Prabhu, thank you.
Prem Priya, anything?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you, Sachitanya Prabhu, for the wonderful narration of Govardhan Leela. So the lesson that I learned from is that how Krishna, in his respect, I mean, for him, his devotees are more dear to him than so how he, so similarly, like what we can learn, as Prabhuji was saying, that from point of Janmashtami is like how we'll also be celebrating. So how we should also, nicely treat the devotees who are coming to a temple or maybe wherever the Janmashtami we are going to hold, and make them feel comfortable and treat them nicely. So that would probably please Krishna also, the way we treat them. Like, that is one thing that I could think. And also not to be very proud, like because of Indra, like because whatever service we get, so we take it in a humble mood and not be proud of that. Okay, we have got a good, better service than other person, or all service in the eyes of the Lord is same. So do the service in a right attitude, probably. Like so, that is what I would take from the lesson from Govardhan Leela.
Yes,
Hare
ma'am.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Puja Mataji, anything want to share?
Nothing, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Anyone else? Mariappan Prabhu, you unmuted. Do you want to say anything?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I would like to know what are the books available for read. Prabhuji suggested read Srila Prabhupada book to understand why Krishna selected Govardhana and performed the Leela. May I know what books are available for Srila Prabhupada written on this topic, Prabhuji?
There is Krishna book, Prabhu. Krishna book. There are 98 kathas are there, 98, 99.
Okay. We have, yeah.
All are. Yes. That we can
Yes.
read 2-3 times.
Okay,
to
Prabhu.
understand.
Fine.
So, if no other comment, so thank you, Sachitanya Prabhu. Thank you for a wonderful time, wonderful association, nice narration. We will definitely aspire to hear you from again. Maybe we'll see how best we can take your association. Thank you. So let's all once unmute and chant loudly for just Sachitanya Prabhu for his time. Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Vanchakapurvesya कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनन्तकोटि वैष्णववृन्द की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय
Jai.
श्री
Jai.
कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी महामहोत्सव की
Jai.
जय
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Pranam Prabhuji. Thank you.
I'll end the
Thank
call
you,
now.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.